It's been a long time. Let's see how many you join. How are we doing? We've got people joining. Okay. Oh, God, it's been a long time since I've gone live. I'm just going to put my glasses on because I can't blooming read. Master Keith, how you doing, mate? Simon Rich, how you doing? Just waiting for a few people to join in. Drunken Demon, all right, mate? Stop it, get help. When's the trailer? Soon. Everything's coming soon. We'll start discussing stuff in a minute. I'm just waiting for people to come in. Red Mist 2004, all right, mate? Jimmy Martin, how you doing? Tom Stapleton, how you doing, mate? I've only just come on, so we're just waiting for a few people to jump on board and then we'll get going, okay? Just give it a minute. Just be patient and then we'll crack on. So I got over 50 likes on the request for going live. So can you all just give us a smiley face if you can hear me properly? I'm doing it in my living room, in my lounge, because all my kids are playing upstairs. So can you hear me properly? Nice one. Nice one, Flea Flan. Gaga snatched me wig. Nice one. Nice one. Drunken Demon, you're going to Comic-Con in June. Where is it? You're going as a T1000. Well, you can go as anything then, because you can change into anything, can't you? John Matrix. How you doing, mate? This trailer is killing me, waiting for this trailer. Oh my God, I'm getting sick of the rumours and all of when it's coming out. But Arnold fans have said between the 8th, 9th or 10th of May this month. So hopefully get it soon. And then a few people are saying on the 12th, that's when Carl Reese arrives. So that could be good. That might be a good idea. Shaky Channel reviews, nice one, mate. Just get rid of any idiots if they start being abusive to other people. That's all I want. Okay, so what we're going to talk about, this trailer is, like I say, it's absolutely killing me. It's burning my head off. Are you wanting me, Frank Castle, how you doing, mate? Are you wanting me to do a reaction when it comes out? So, like, in the corner of the screen, the movie, and then my reaction, because I'll get my partner to film me if you want that. I think I'm going to go insane. I mean, I'm a big Terminator fan, but doing this channel has obviously invested me a lot into it. Master Keith, yeah, I think I will, mate. Yeah, it's invested me a lot into it. So obviously I'm always looking for stuff, and when it comes out, it's going to be like Christmas. Jimmy Martin, it'll be I think we'll get a teaser, and then about a month later we'll get a trailer, or however it works. Brown Kanazi, I saw the first Terminator first, yeah, number 1. Well, actually, I was an Arnold fan from the Predator movie when I was a kid. I saw the Predator, and then ever since then, I got to see the first Terminator movie, and I was just hooked after that. And then Terminator 2 just blew me away. I was 11. Yeah, 1991. Yeah, I was 11, so... Ollie Mercer, yeah, do a reaction. Wubba dub. Wubba lubba dub dub. How you doing, mate? Is there a date for the trailer yet? Between the 8th and the 12th, but we're hearing between the 8th and the 10th. But there's a few people theorising the 12th, because that's when Carl Reese arrives, when he gets sent back in time on Terminator 1, so hopefully then. Your clothes, give them to me. Yeah, I'm not very good at that. How have you been with your health? Upside down 6, Drunken Demon. Yeah, I've not been too bad. I used to be on 480 milligram OxyContin tablets a day. I'm now on 410 milligram tablets a day. So the reduction is going really well. I'm starting to feel a lot healthier. I'm starting to deal with my life a bit more. So that's all good. I'm slowly but surely getting the buzz back for doing this. I'm just waiting for YouTube to grant me monetization. I haven't heard. I've put in for it, and for 3 months I've not heard anything. They're just like, it's like they're mugging me off. Because obviously you get monetization, that makes you want to do more videos as well. Because obviously you're getting paid. It's, you know, I live in the real world. Everyone wants to earn a bit of money, don't they? I think Shaky Channel Reviews. What do you think they'll show on the trailer? I think we'll get basically the same as what was seen at CinemaCon, but a bit longer. Because they would have polished up their CGI for that, but they'll polish it up even better for us. But everyone was blown away and astounded, so imagine how we're going to be. Master Keith, what do you think about the Terminator fans claiming Gabriel Luna's Terminator unit gets killed at the hydro dam by falling into the fans? Yeah, I was thinking about, I was going to do a video about how Terminators can be destroyed, because in Terminator Genesis, I know that's writ off, but 50 cal bullet, boom, straight through where the heart would be or whatever, and it shuts down the T800, but a 50 cal rifle isn't very easy to get hold of. So in reality, there's only so many ways you can destroy a Terminator. I mean, you can run it over with a car, you can shoot your bog standard weapons at it, and it's just going to keep coming. Unless you can get a train and throw a train at its head, you're not going to kill the Terminator here. So it's just the laws of the franchise, isn't it? You've got to lure one of these machines either to somewhere where it's extremely hot, hence T1000 being melted down, or somewhere that draws in high magnetism. But then we're going off where the TX had her, I'll say her because it had this form, the form of a female, but you know, with the coil, whatever it was, I can't remember what it's called now, and the TX is getting the magnets sucking off the liquid part of it. Oh God, I can't speak properly. You know what I mean? Anyway, the TX. What happened to the TX in Terminator 3? You can't. You've got to lure a Terminator into somewhere where there's a lot of power to at least gain an advantage upon it. So I do believe that the hydroelectric will be the hydroelectric dam will be the the showdown. Yeah. Culture Cauldron, what's up? Jason v Terminator, but have it be a female Terminator. Jason won't know. Not him. I don't think we'll get a TX in the new movie, but I think the Gabriel Luna is going to behave kind of like a TX, just not with a Swiss Army knife of an arm that can bloomin' change into any weapon, still saw and all stuff like that. Because as we all agree, the TX was a stupid design. I mean, let's throw every single weapon into her hands. You know what I mean? That was just. But yeah, the hydroelectric dam will be the showdown more than likely. Sorry, I'm just reading through the. Yeah, Gaga snatched my work. Yeah, Gabriel Luna's Terminator will get destroyed by the turbine. Yeah, because the water goes through the turbine, spinning the magnets, which then creates electricity. And we saw the behind the scenes with the blue screen and what looks like the shell of a turbine. So it's definitely going to happen there, definitely. Spoiler? It can't be a spoiler, can it, if you're theorising, so I don't know. Another thing that bothered me about the TX as well is how it got stuck to the magnet. How did it get away? How did it get away from that magnet? They should have had plenty of time to get in the plane and bugger off, but no. But I don't want to go into that, I'm just saying. I reckon the trailer, though, when we do get it, will get similar to what happened at CinemaCon, just a little bit more, just to drive us insane. And it is going to drive us insane. Ollie Mercer, how about Arnold playing General Perry, the man who Carl Reese went to on the front line? He even could have moulded his likeness. That's a possibility, but that's what I was going to talk about as well. I believe we're going to get a recap of the steel mill and exploring what's going to happen to John Connor. Arnold Schwarzenegger the secondary device could be sneaking up on John Connor after they've killed the T-1000 and Arnold's been lowered. We could get that secondary unit coming yet again to terminate. The only thing is, how did it know where to go? Unless it tracked the other T-800. But I think we're definitely going to get another recap of that steel mill and John Connor being attacked. Hopefully, though, we're going to get led up to John in hiding and then a cameo at the end of Edward Furlong. That'd send people mental. Imagine that being in the cinema, because I can assume you're all going to the showing of it when it's first in the cinema. Imagine that we're all watching the Terminator movie and then Edward Furlong turns up at the end. People are going to go mental. If it happens. I mean, it's a long shot, but they've kept it quite secret. There's nothing about Edward Furlong being in it at all, but rumours are that he is training, he's looking healthier. I'll dig into it a bit later. Smiggy Smoo, TDZ, yeah, Edward is training. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So I'll fish out some pictures and see if any of the paparazzi have got him looking good. But hopefully it's an incentive for him as well to get on the straight and narrow if they say to him, look, get sorted out and you can be in Terminator 7 if it makes the money. But it doesn't matter what he looks like, does it? He could be 80 stone, he could be 8 stone. He is still John Connor because it's Edward Furlong, so it doesn't matter what he looks like. But would you lot be so... If the story was done properly, you're talking about Cameron and Tim Miller here and crew that wrote that, would it be so bad if John was written out of the story? Because... And the only reason I say this is because all the movies after Terminator 2 have failed trying to follow the John Connor story. And it keeps failing. So maybe they've gone along the lines of, right, Danny Ramos, we'll try this way. We can write John Connor off, give him a good setting off into the sunrise or whatever, or have him in hiding, have it really thought up well, but John just written out of it, and then we start a new... Because Danny Ramos, Natalia Reyes, she's signed in for 3 movies. She's actually signed on a dotted line. So... What do you think of that? Would it be so bad if it was done so well that John's not in the movie anymore? Drunken Demon, you'd be happy if the storyline was done right, yeah. Episode of Sarah Connor Chronicles about the power plant that was important, blah, blah, blah. John in hiding. Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad, would it, if John was in hiding? Blood of the Martyr, 1987. Do you think we'll get an R rating? I hope we do. It's one of these, though. We've got Ellison and all that producing, and they produced Genesis. And they push for these PG-13s because they think more people will go. And even though, more people can get in, it doesn't mean more people will go. In the world of... If you want every Terminator fan to go, you need that R rating. It's going to draw people in. And with it being an R rating, yes, it restricts certain people going, but if you want to see it and you're going to see it, you'll get in, you'll do it, you will do it. R rating is the way to go. This PG-13, I'll say it as it is. That PG-13, it's fucking bollocks. It's that simple. No, we don't want. Oh, yeah. It needs to be R-rated. It needs to go back to the roots. It needs to be hardcore, nasty, cringing. You know, when people get that kind of stuff, it just needs to be dark and unforgiving. R rating will bring more people in. I know it will. And yeah, I don't work in the industry, but I just know if you want to sell the, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading through your messages. Skyro85, you're not sure about a T1000 in this movie? What, you're not sure about Gabriel Luna? I reckon I think that's been a perfectly done cast. He's been cast really well, I think. I think we're going to get the next T1000. You know, everyone loves how Robert Patrick played the T1000 in Terminator 2. I think we're going to be saying the same about Gabriel Luna in this. I really think they've hit the nail on the head with this one. Drunken Demon, like what you've done with your hair. Well, believe it or not, this is how I always have my hair. I just always wear a baseball cap when I'm doing this channel because it's how I've always done it. It was just the image I was putting across. So I'm probably going to have it down because my missus keeps telling me off because I'm losing a bit of hair, getting old. Are we getting the original scientist in for the other Terminators? Culture Cauldron. Do you mean are we getting the human Arnold, the human T800 or whatever it? I don't know. Honestly, don't know on that one. I know we're going to be getting 2 units. I keep hearing thunder. I'm sure I do. I know we're going to get 2 Arnold, good and bad, or the old one that was sent from T1 that's in hibernation, waiting to strike if the other one fails. We're going to get a lot of explanations. It's going to be explored. I don't know if you've looked into the Hollywood Reporter interview and that. They're digging deep. They're going to explain a lot. They're going to, yeah, we're going to get a lot. We're going to be happy. I believe, honestly, I do believe we're going to be happy with this movie. Drew Musey, how you doing, mate? I read a theory that the only way to weaken Gabriel Luna's Terminator is to stop him from rejoining with his split Terminator. The longer they're apart, the weaker it gets. I don't know if it's a good theory though. I mean, it's a liquid metal separation with we'll say a T800 chassis. Yeah, so a T1000. It'd make sense for it to weaken it. It's got to have a weakness to ground it. That's one thing James Cameron likes to do. He likes to give it a weakness, give it rules, give it a law. So, you know, there's that glimmer of hope. That's why they've cast in Grace as a protector because, yes, she's a hybrid Terminator, an I-950 or something like that, but she's also very vulnerable because she's human flesh. You know, if she gets her head blown off, she ain't getting up, that kind of thing. Or if she gets a bullet through the brain, she's gone. So she's got the strength of a T800. She's going to be hard as nails. She's got chips in her head and stuff like that. So when she does need a heads-up display for targeting, it's not always there, but it will appear. But giving her, because she's human, giving her that vulnerability, so then you're feeling it, oh shit, she's going to die, you know what I mean? Oh no, God. So you'll be rooting for Danny Ramos, you'll be rooting for her brother, and you'll be also rooting for Grace to survive as a protector. So everyone is got a human factor, but weaknesses. James Cameron also insists and loves character development. So you get the character development, you then rooting for the characters. And what better character development can we have than Linda Hamilton? We've had 30 years of it, so it's all good. Hi, Borna Kovac. Good to see you, mate. So this is why this film is gonna be insane, because we've got the character development, the casting. I think is brilliant. I think they've cast this film really, really well. So we've got the character development, we've got the weaknesses. We're going to be rooting, praying to God that they get out of sight. You know, it's all good. It's all good. We've got a brand new Terminator with a weakness, with vulnerabilities that can split into two, so he's double deadly. So we've got the weaknesses and double deadliness. We've got the secretive, I don't know how to word it. So we don't know what's going on with the T-800 Arnold Schwarzenegger, so we've got that. And if I do find out, I won't reveal it on here unless I do an actual spoiler alert. You know, so we've got a lot of surprises to come. We've got the weaknesses. We're going to have the character development. We've got Tim Miller involved with Blur Studios. They're going all out. It's 160 million to 200 million. So the CGI is going to be insane for this. So I'm excited. And I'm not excited because I'm a Terminator fan. I'm excited because I'm a Terminator fan and I know this is being done very, very well. Just reading your messages again. One sec. The fly passed on here because I've only got. I'm filming this on my iPhone. Culture Cauldron, the fan service Marvel did with Endgame upped the game literally. So yeah, so there's going to be fan service in this, and you got to remember there was 11 years of building up to Endgame. I'll say no more because I've seen it. Yeah, so there's 11 years built up for Endgame. We've got 30 years build up of waiting for Linda Hamilton. When we see her on that big screen, it's going to be insane. It's going to be like our best mates appeared again, and we're oh shit, it's happening to her again. Oh yeah, and we've got the what has Sarah been up to factor as well for 30 odd years. Where's she been? What's she been up to? So we've got that to discover. We've also got why are they after Danny Ramos? Why is she pissed off Skynet? So we've got that to look forward to. We've got Miguel. Is it Miguel Ramos? Yeah, Miguel Ramos. So her brother. I think he's cannon fodder anyway. I think he's going to be cannon fodder. Because you need a bit of cannon fodder, don't you? You're going to have the innocent people killed off, and then you're going to have a bit of someone that you're rooting for dying. So we're going to have a bit of cannon fodder with Danny Ramos's brother, Miguel Ramos. Theory, anyway. I'm sure I keep hearing thunder. If anyone hears thunder in the UK, let me know. Reading your fingers again. Mr. V123 Weir. The reason this is going to be good is because key characters will die and pass the baton. Yeah, well, we know it's a baton passing film. Will Sarah Connor survive? That's another thing. Is she going to live through this and go into Terminator 7? I hope so. But then I wouldn't be offended if she died and it got passed on, because I want them to take this down another avenue, because like I said earlier, chasing and finding John Connor has failed. Every time they've done it, it's failed after Terminator 2. So it's time to take it in another direction. And yes, John Connor is the leader of the Resistance, and he can be the leader of the Resistance in name and thought, but he doesn't need to be in the movies for it to carry on further with Danny Ramos's story until we get to John. Also, I'd love some how do you put it? You know, like Star Wars has been doing. They've been doing what did they do? Sorry, you have to bear with me one sec. On the fly, because I've had brain surgery, I struggle thinking up stuff sometimes. What was it called? Anyway, you know, the split off movies that you get. I'd love them to do some like Carl Reese's story. or I don't know, God, yeah, Dr. Suberman's story or something like that, you know, leading up to Dr. Suberman. You get what I'm coming from anyway. I mean, this is just an idea, but it would be good to see some spin-off movies of the Terminator, standalone films. Thank you, Drew Muse. Yeah, that would be good. If this one, Dark Fate, succeeds. Spin-offs, yeah, that's right. Critic and nerd fanboy, we need an intro like in T1 and 2 with a proper theme. This always annoys me about the sequels since 3. Yeah, we might get that Linda Hamilton narrating because there's supposed to be quite a substantial future war in this, like James Cameron future war, so you know what I'm on about. James Cameron style future war, same model, HK Hunter killer tanks, same flying HKs, everything looking the same, but we've now got technology to make it look and do as we want now, aren't we? Before we was limited with Terminator 2 without what they could do with models and that. Now we can do anything, we can pull it all off. So the future war is going to be substantial. I reckon we're going to get a good 10-15 minutes of future war. Simon Rich, yeah, Jane, it'd be awesome if we got a future war. Thoughts on Junkie XL? Good, Shiambi. I liked the theme that he did for Wonder Woman. That wasn't too bad. I think it was Wonder Woman. He's done the Superman as well, hasn't he? Lycan, Dino Crisis fan. Hello, mate. Yeah, so Junkie XL, they've obviously chosen for a reason. He would have, I would have thought he'd have had to have auditioned for the part. Like, all right, what you got to offer for the new Terminator movie? Gives an idea of what kind of sound you're going to produce, and they would have picked him for that, saying, yeah, that's perfect, that's what we want. The critics that were at CinemaCon said it sounded great. It had like a Mexican twang to it, Mexican style music, but really intense for the chase down. So yeah, great. It sounds good to me. What was I going to ask you? Yeah, okay, right. Give us a thumbs up if you think we're going to get... Well, just give us a thumbs up for going live. You know what I mean? I've been live forever. So I'm going to go live as soon as I get... yeah, give us a thumbs up if you want me to go live as soon as the trailers come out. Let me know. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You know? Join the club. Because I do a lot about Terminator, Dark Fate, Terminator. I try and keep it all Terminator. So give us a like on this video. It is fucking thunder and lightning. Sorry, I've been hearing these bangs over in the distance and it's thundering. You might hear one in a minute. Just waiting for it now. Hit like on the video. That's what I'm asking for, guys. Hit like on the video. There's 48 of you watching. Give us a like. Let me know, and I'll keep doing the live things again. I'll come back on. Yeah, I'll keep going live. Get me the likes, and I'll keep going live. Let me know it's worth coming on. And if you're enjoying the content. Sorry I've not been uploading as regular. It's just I don't want to keep repeating myself and putting a video together about the same kind of stuff. This is why when the trailer comes out, I'll go mental again, because I'll have stuff to talk about. And I can't wait to go and watch the movie. We got a rumour, talking about the film as well, we got a rumour that it was coming out a week before you lot in America, in the UK, and it's not, it's the day before. So I think it'll be midnight, or like a couple of 5 to midnight like they did with Endgame here. So yeah, definitely thundering and lightning above my house. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go... What was I saying? Sorry, this thunder and lightning keeps distracting me. Yeah, I'm going to go insane for this trailer. I'll have more stuff to talk about, that's it. And then when the movie comes out, I'm going to watch the movie. And then as soon as I watched it, I'm going to run out and then get the camera on and then ask people what they thought of the film, so then I can let you guys know that I haven't seen it without spoiling it, letting you know the vibe and how people are feeling about the movie. That'll be quite good, I think. Alright, first comment, do you think Danny Ramos will be... Lee Parker, hi mate, first comment. Do you think Danny Ramos will be Connor in disguise? No. No, that's a silly rumour. Grace is nothing to do with being John Connor in disguise. Danny Ramos is not John Connor in disguise. Danny Ramos is Danny Ramos, and Grace is a hybrid, maybe an I-950. No, I was going to do a video about that, but I thought it's just pointless because it's just a silly rumour. It's these people that saying... these people that are being sexist and stuff like that, just because Grace or Mackenzie Davis has short hair and she looks like a lesbian, let's say, and I'm saying that just don't judge me on that. But a lot of people are saying because she looks like a lesbian, this, that, and the other, that she's going to be a lesbian, gay, bi, T1000 and stuff like that. It's just silly rumours. She's not a bloke. She's not John Connor. Danny Ramos isn't going to be John Connor. So... Now, I can't see Danny Ramos being a John Connor decoy, because you got to remember, these are machines. And machines will have John Connor's size, measurements, facial recognition, all built into their systems. They're very advanced machines, so they're not going to fall for any trickery like that. All I can say is her hair being short is just going to be a time lapse. It's going to be a time gap. It's basically going to be foreshadowing. So basically there'll be Danny Ramos in the present day escaping from Gabrielle Luna's termination unit. And then to explain why Danny Ramos is being sought after by by Skynet, it will then foreshadow Danny Ramos with short hair in the future war and the reason why the machines are after her. That's what it'll be. Nothing to do with John Connor, nothing to do with a decoy for John Connor, nothing like that. Silly rumour. I will stake my life on it that there's no one decoying like that. Yeah, Grandma's bowl of nuts. Yes, maybe we'll see a Terminator eat, to go back to the living tissue discussion a while back. Yeah, because you've got to explain how a T-800 can survive that long. We know it has a power cell that lasts 120 years, but how's the skin staying alive? And they had it was written in the law or something that they eat a small amount just to keep the flesh, just to keep the flesh alive, so they have to eat something, which makes perfect sense. You can't just slap flesh onto the shell of a machine and expect it to stay alive. It'd end up looking like a zombie in a week. So yeah. Yeah, novelisation of T1 the Terminator did eat. That's right, critic and nerd fanboy, correct. So Lee Parker, I can't see the future erasing John Connor as if it did Sarah. Also wouldn't know about the war or have met Kyle. A lot of people are saying, yeah, that it's not going to do stuff like that, but why not? If there's time travel, if time travel is a possibility, they're trying to erase the future war from happening, so why can't they accidentally erase John from happening? If they can erase a whole entire future event with billions of people's deaths and millions of people fighting a war, and they can erase that, why can't they accidentally erase John Connor by mistake? It's not that wild, is it? If you really think about it, as much as we don't want it to happen, John being erased, it's a possibility. Stand fire, I'm just going to turn the light on. Is that a bit better? So, like I say, yeah, so if they can erase or stop the events of a whole future war, billions of people dying, and millions of people fighting a war, survivor, they can erase one person by mistake, hence John Connor. They're erasing the whole future war. They're erasing the whole reason Kyle Reese would get sent back. If the future war didn't happen, Kyle Reese probably wouldn't even be born to be sent back to impregnate to create John. Hence, John disappearing. It is a possibility, and as much as people say it isn't, if you think deep down into it, it is a possibility. I don't want it to be that possibility, but it is a possibility. Da, da, da. I don't know if on his Shaky Channel reviews, do you know if they've said anything else about Arnie? There's nothing being said at the moment. It's just, it's gone stagnant. So, I don't know if you lot saw my video yesterday. Paramount have got the Gemini Man. I can't remember the exact dates now, but Paramount's Gemini Man has got a trailer. Paramount's Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my God, are you seeing how bad that looks? Oh God, Sonic the Hedgehog. So they've got that, which is out the same week as Dark Fate. So they've got a trailer out for that. So the rumours of it being the 10th, the 8th, between the 8th and the 12th, looking very possible. There is no way on God's given earth, I don't believe in God, but there is no way on earth that they're going to pump this movie out without a trailer. No chance. So anyone that's worried that we're not going to get a trailer, we are going to get a trailer. Paramount is a business. Skydance is a business. It's a business. They've got to advertise. Wayne Kinney. What's the chances of Edward Furlong appearing at the end? We're hopeful, but whether it happens or not, I don't know. The chances are quite high because he has been training, but whether or not, I don't know. Stefan Fortig, I don't get the theory that John would just cease to exist. This isn't Back to the Future. Kyle was already sent back, so it wouldn't make a difference if he's not sent back again after T2. I get what you're saying, but it's a world where time travel is a possibility. That's insane enough as it is. So if Kyle Reese goes back to Kyle Reese comes from a future where John is alive. Here we go. Kyle Reese comes from a future where John is alive. He gets sent back to a time where John doesn't even exist, isn't even thought of. He accidentally impregnates Sarah Connor, well, not accidentally, but you know what I mean. So that then creates his future. So to make things appear, you're also allowing a possibility to make things disappear. It's got to. If there's time travel, I know it makes it goes all weird, but yeah. Follow Trailer Track on Twitter. I will, Han Solo. I am not. I will. I'll have a look. I was on there, going on their website. That's who said it will be out on the 28th, the trailer, and they're supposed to be really, really reliable. We didn't get no trailer on the 28th, so I don't really rate Trailer Track at the moment. Brandy Kilgore. I liked Sonic the Hedgehog. Really? It looks really bad. The graphics look really bad. The hedgehog looks really bad. I mean, he's a hedgehog and he's got fur, for one. The animation looks really, really bad. It looks rare. Anyone that thinks that looks good, the story might be fun, but it looks really shit. Stefan Fortig. Yeah, you're gonna have me having nightmares and my head twisting around later. For your possibility to be possible, mine has to be possible, and I'll leave it there. Um, Randy Kilgore. I like to say, don't get me wrong, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, but it looks shit. That's the best way to put it. It just doesn't look good. Critic and fan nerd fanboy. Yeah, they'll probably move away from the one saviour idea. Given the current political climate, they'll probably go for a group effort theme. Politics aside, I don't know. I don't know a lot about that. I don't really care about that. But my belief is they'll move, etch away from the one saviour thing because it doesn't work. It hasn't been working for the movies. It worked for 1 and 2, but 3, 4, and 5 it didn't work for. So let's have Danny Ramos in. Let's try and punch in a different kind of story and take it from there and see how that goes, while still leaving a possibility for John's story as well. So they're going to try for best of both worlds, I think. Yeah. But I honestly, firmly believe. I mean, I didn't have high hopes for Genesis when I first saw the trailer for that. I didn't have high hopes for that. They ruined it. First trailer. This trailer is gonna set in stone. I mean, just hearing about what they saw at CinemaCon was enough to get people revved up. All these people that were dissing it, saying, "Oh, it's going to be shit," this, that, and the other, and slagging it off, have suddenly changed the tune a bit. This trailer is going to make or break this movie. That's why they haven't rushed it out. So hopefully we're all screaming, buzzing, happy. I mean, like, I am a Terminator fan. I enjoyed Genesis. I enjoyed Salvation. I enjoyed Terminator 3. I just didn't rate them that much. I just, they weren't brilliant, were they? But being a Terminator fan, I still enjoyed them thoroughly, and I'd still watch them again quite happily as well. But the need chewing out, the need throwing out the way. So when this trailer comes out for Dark Fate, if it isn't up to what it's meant to be up to be, I'll be saying, I won't pretend or sugarcoat it just because I'm a fan. I will say it looks shit, or I'm disappointed with that, and I hope you lot are honest with it as well. You know what I mean? We've got to be. But yeah, this is a make or break movie. We've got nerves. I mean, my nerves are through the roof. It's going to be like Christmas for me because obviously I do this channel, so I kind of live and breathe this in my spare time. But yeah, it's got to be really, really something, this trailer. But I'm positive about it. I've never been more positive about a sequel to a film. So just everything about it is going in the right direction. Everything. I was a bit uncertain about the Danny Ramos to start with, but yeah, fine. I'm totally fine with what's going on. I'm happy, over the moon. Right, yeah. Like I say, yeah, Genesis was fine. I loved the ideas with all the meeting up with the Terminator from the first one, and I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. It was too comic-y. That's it. Too comic book like. It wasn't what we like as Terminator fans, which is the gritty, hardcore side of it. It was too comic book styly, and that's what I didn't like about Genesis. Terminator 2. Terminator Salvation. I didn't enjoy that. I enjoyed it, but I was disappointed because I was expecting a James Cameron style future war, and what we got was a desert dust bowl load of Wayne Kinney. How old was I when I watched T1 and T2? I think I was about 10 when I watched Terminator 1, so it had been out a while, but I was really young, between the age of 8 and 10 anyway. And then I watched Terminator 2 virtually as soon as it came out on video. So it was I was 11. Yeah, so I was between the ages of 8 and 10 when I watched the first Terminator. I was 8 when I watched Predator, and I was 11 when I watched Terminator 2. Critic family, they have to realise that they can't apply a Marvel formula. This film has to stand alone. No sequel baiting, but they addressed it in the interviews. Yeah, it's going to stand alone. It's obviously got to follow on from Terminator 2 because it's a sequel. So it's got to make sense for them movies. But yeah, it's not. It can't try and open up this silly universe and try and do what Marvel do, because that's what Marvel do. DC failed at that. So yeah, I agree. What do I think about the colour painting of the movie? Yellow, dirty, or blue? Yellow, dirty, Mexico style is fine for present day thing, but we need the blue tinge for the future war, because that's how James Cameron does a future war. That's how it looks. That's how it's meant to look. That's how it's got to look. Well, it's not got to, but that's how we'd all like it to look, I believe. Upside Down 6. Here is a question. When Sarah Connor and Uncle Bob was in the desert, what was the T-1000 doing all that time? He was scoping out... What was he doing? There's some scenes cut out of Terminator 2. I don't know if you've seen them, where he's at John Connor's... is it John Connor's foster parents' house? He's waving his hands around everything, touching everything, scanning for DNA, I guess, and then he's just basically hunting. He's also... I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. I know he goes to John Connor's foster parents. So scanning around there. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, what was he doing while they was in the desert? He was obviously hunting, wasn't he? But seeing rumours for May the 12th. Someone keeps putting in the comments May the 12th. But they don't keep saying where they're getting the rumour from. So I think they're just going off the fact that Carl Reese was down then, but I don't know if they'll go that. Sal Riz, do you think that the Gabriel Luna Terminator has other abilities other than being able to split in two, apart from liquid metal capabilities, which we know the laws for, and splitting into? I think it's going to be kept simple, because too much, less is more. That's how it's meant to be. Less is more. So yeah, less is more. That's how it works. Like less, the TX in T3, too much going on. I mean, flamethrowers and still saws and blaster cannons, liquid metal ability. Just too much. The Swiss Army knife of Terminators. I mean, a Terminator. It was just too much. Everything was convenient. It could conveniently add a saw to cut through stuff when it needed it. Everything was too convenient. So keeping the Terminator in Dark Fate simple with its ability to split and become two units is enough as it is. I mean, imagine realising that, shit, this is a machine trying to kill me, and then the thing splits into two machines trying to kill me. That's enough. And one of them can turn into a pokey dagger, can stab you in the face and whatever. That's deadly enough. And the other one can hold a weapon, and yeah, splitting in two is enough. Less is always more. Yeah, critic, fan, nerd, fanboy. Keep it simple, make rules and stick to them. And that's how it should be. And that's why the T1000 worked. I mean, yes, it was acted out perfectly. Robert Patrick did it perfectly, but it was simple, and simple always works. Do you think it'll be have to work in close proximity to operate independently? No, someone said the theory that it can split into two and operate, but it gets weaker over time and needs to connect together to power up, kind of thing, which I like the sound of that. So obviously the endoskeleton will power up the liquid metal aspect of it, and then it can separate, do that thing, but it's then got to rejoin. It buggers up, which sounds good. It gives it a vulnerability, like I said earlier. Right, guys, I've got to go. Wayne Kinney, do you believe dulled down grey T800 described? They reckon that it was like a dulled down grey blackish goo, liquid metal, and the same colour endoskeleton. My theory on that is it either is that and it's made out of a different material, or the CGI wasn't completed. I mean, it was quite not long after the film had been completed, so the possibility of it being a different colour, it might be because the CGI wasn't completed, hence why we haven't had the trailer yet. But I'm going to bail out now because I've got to go. But I've got to get my kids to sleep now, my youngest lad. Give me 50 plus likes on this video. I've already got 25, so leave a like, and then as soon as the trailer comes out, I'll go live and we'll go mental on it. Yeah, so hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Help the channel out, keep it going. I can see the likes going up already. I love you for it. So say goodbye and I'll shout your name out. Terminator T800. See you later, mate. Simon Rich, take it easy. Thanks for joining us. Wayne Kinney, have a good one. Drew Muse, take it easy. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Culture Cauldron, love you. Nice one. Sal Riz, as always, mate. Keep the inboxes coming. I'm going to go into the description and I'll pin it at the top and I'll leave a link. So, and if you join that link, you can then inbox me on here. It gives you the ability to inbox me on here any questions or video ideas, or if you've heard any rumours. A lot of people, there's a few, well, not a lot, but a few people inbox me, and then I end up making videos on them ideas. So get on it, and I'll leave a link in the description of this video in the next hour or so you can join me and inbox me whenever you want. And then, yeah, critic and nerd fanboy, thanks for your comments. John Elk, take it easy, mate. Sorry you didn't get in this time, but hey, you know, it's all good. Wubba lubba dub. Oh God, wubba lubba dub. Wubba lubba dub dub. Take it easy, mate. Everyone, leave a like, and then I'll join you as soon as we get the trailer on live. As soon as we've had the trailer, I'll be live. Shaky Channel Reviews. Thanks for keeping an eye on the channel, mate. Leave a like,